Welcome to the Fast Mode Studios. I'm Ariana Lin, Principal Analyst at the Fast Mode. With us today, we have John Burton, CEO at MDS Global, a leading BSS as a service vendor headquartered in the UK. MDS Global just last month participated in TM Forum's DTW23 Ignite, held at the Bella Centre, Copenhagen from the 19th to the 21st of September. As a sponsor of the event, the former MVNO showcased its agile digital telco ecosystem suite of solutions, designed to keep up with the rapidly evolving needs of modern telcos at stand number 325. The portfolio features its cloud monetization platform, a modular BSS platform for both B2B and B2C, its AI-powered Decision AI for churn reduction and revenue growth, its eSIM solution, and its newly launched customer experience platform. The showcases not only revealed the transformative potential of the former MVNO solutions, but also its long-standing commitment to pioneering telco excellence through innovation.
Hi, Ariana. Hi, nice to see you.
Okay, so on to our first question. How does AI-driven decision intelligence differ from traditional business intelligence in a telco context? In what ways does AI assist in churn reduction and profitability?
That's a really interesting question, and I think it's one which a lot of our customers are asking at the moment. I guess there's quite a few differences. First of all, with regards to data processing, BI very much looks at historic data analysis and reporting. So really it's backward looking, whereas AI-driven decision intelligence uses machine learning and predictive analytics to analyze the historic data, but more importantly than that, it predicts future trends and outcomes. So AI-driven decision intelligence is really forward-looking compared to BI, which is backward-looking. I guess the next key point to realize is that the decision intelligence allows a very high level of automation, and with automation comes scalability. So BI is usually driven by manual processes, manual data extraction and reporting, whereas AI-driven decision intelligence, you're able to automate the whole data processing and link it back into the business processes. So it's far more scalable in terms of being able to run a business. And also there's the complexity of the data. BI really deals with structured data and predefined queries, whereas AI is able to ingest very large quantities of unstructured and structured data, such as geolocation, competitor tariffs, seasonality, all sorts of unrelated information to be able to find the patterns that might be driving churn, for example. And also the scope of the insights. That BI presents historic reports for monitoring performance, whereas AI is able to suggest future actions and even to predict their impact. Such as the power of some of the algorithms that we're delivering now. And really the final point is decision support, and that BI provides data for human decision making, whereas AI can, once it's set up, can be run autonomously based on predefined criteria to drive real business through to the benefits through to the business. And I guess the second part of your question was, in what ways does AI assist in churn reduction, which I guess is a real hot topic for all telcos and MVNOs. Well, I guess first of all, it's important to point out that any AI assist tools need to be built around the users of those tools. So the tools we've built are very much designed, say, for the acquisition team or the churn reduction team. And then once you've set up the KPIs, which we call a performance dashboard, which is the usual telco management parameters like ARPU and churn. A lot of customers have, when we get into the detail, have difficulty actually defining what they mean by churn and the exact definition of churn to be used consistently. There's all sorts of different definitions out there. Then there's acquisition cost margin, number of customers, all these types of things. Once you set up the KPIs, then you can import all the data from all the possible data sources. And that might include even competitor tariffs and products, payment histories, calls and data usage, geolocation, really every possible source of data that might have an impact on churn and profitability. And then by running the forecasting algorithms, the tools are able to predict the future KPIs based on the current performance. And by using those predictions, the tools can identify the customer segments, for example, based on when they joined, or the product they joined with, or the tariff, or the payment record. Then the anomaly detection tools can highlight the changes in the market, such as new tariffs or a network problem from you or your competitors. And you can then label these to build a full picture of what's happened historically. And then you can go so far as to ask what are the relevant factors for this particular customer segment that might drive churn looking forward. That enables the business users to make decisions about new tariffs and products. Those can then be tested on a sample of the customer segment that's been identified. And then what we call horizon functionality, that can actually feed back the results based on the sample that's been tested. That generates a new prediction. You're then able to run an iterative improvement and then automate it, that improvement to roll out to the whole of that customer segment, and then you move on to the next segment. So apologies, that's quite a long answer, but I guess sort of in summary, you identify the high churn risk segments, you get information, design new offers, then you run tests, get results, and then we're able to predict the impact of the results on the whole segment, and then you automate it. And these have seen quite remarkable results. For example, we've seen on particular segments 30% reduction in churn, times 5 increase in 500% increase in tariff top-ups. So when deployed correctly, the results we're getting are really quite dramatic.
Great. On the topic of AI, we heard that MDS Global unveiled a business value calculator for Decision AI at the event. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, sure. That's a good question. So deploying these tools is quite new for most telcos, and we've tried to make them cost effective for operators with as few as, say, 50,000 subscribers, right up to operators with tens of millions of subscribers. But the question is always, well, what's the business case for this? This is a new tool we're going to deploy. Obviously, the hard question is how much is it going to cost, and what value is it going to deliver to our business? So really, the purpose of the tool that we've launched is that prospective customers can very quickly get a view of the value that the Decision AI tool will add. So it essentially enables you to build a business case to adopt the tool. It's important to point out it's been built by external economists, so we haven't built it in-house. It's a sophisticated tool with some sophisticated calculations in it based on real-world customer behaviour, and it includes results from our customer deployments to date. And it enables a prospective customer to input both their current and their target ARPU, churn, acquisition cost, acquisition rate, number of customers acquired per month, both, as I say, current and target. And then the output from the tool gives pre and post revenue and profit over different timescales when using the Decision AI tool. So this is a really useful and fast way to illustrate the potential for adopting the Decision AI product and the positive impact it could have on a telco business, and how quickly it'll pay back the investment. And of course, it really enables the business teams in a telco to present the business case internally for the financial justification for adopting the tools. So it's been very, very positively received by the market because, as I say, it gives you very, very quick illustrative feedback as to how quickly the tool will pay for itself.
Excellent. While AI is a rather new buzzword in the telco space, one trend that has been here quite a while is the adoption of the cloud. So for telcos, how does a cloud-native architecture deliver enhanced flexibility and lower costs? How does an agile and scalable solution such as MDS Global's cloud monetization platform support this?
Well, that's a great question. Almost every customer we talk to now is looking to move from legacy on-prem architectures into cloud native architectures, and I guess what's the hope and of the industry is that this really enables the scalability and elasticity of the solution without being fixed to on-premise hardware that has to be, which is difficult and expensive and slow to upgrade. So I guess the first real benefit is scalability and elasticity, so that it's cost effective down from a very small greenfield MVNO right the way through to very large tier one telco. The same software can now run same software version can now run literally from the smallest of operators through to the very largest of operators, and everybody in the ecosystem can benefit from an extremely high level of functionality. And the ongoing benefit of this, of course, is also cost efficiency. Once the solution that's being used fits exactly to your requirements, then you're only paying for the amount of infrastructure you need to be able to support the BSS stack. And the cloud also, because it's also already running, the agility and speed at which we are able to spin up deployments is really fast compared to what it used to be. For example, for POCs, we're able to spin up our cloud instances of our cloud monetization platform, our billing system solution, literally within a single day. And that enables customers to really test out that it's got the functionality that they need, try some integrations, and be really sure of the capability of our products before making any significant investment to adopt them. And with all of the cloud architectures come resilience and high reliability that every telco expects, because there's a huge amount of resource that goes in from the public cloud providers to make sure the systems are resilient and scalable. And on top of that, of course, comes security. The public cloud providers manage a huge amount of security, which again gets taken away from being have to be looked after by internal telco or MDS teams. So again, it's far more cost efficient for the public cloud providers to be worrying about security. And I guess the final point, really, which everyone is wanting from cloud solutions, is that the level of integration with all of the processes and systems, first of all, it's possible, and secondly, once it's done, the impact on customers' experience is transformational. No longer are you sending off an email to a service centre to ask for a request, and a customer service agent has to enter details into 2 or 3 systems before the request is actually processed and made live on the network in terms of tariff or in terms of new products and services. So all of these really are the key benefits that the cloud native architectures are delivering. And in terms of our cloud monetization platform, our flagship product, it's a BSS stack that's been built from the ground up on modern cloud technologies. About 5 years ago, we took the decision to rebuild a lot of our stack. Our legacy stacks run on on-premise infrastructure and are deployed at a very, very large scale in lots of different sites around the world with all sorts of different customers. And we've used everything we've learned from 30 plus years of delivering those systems and all of the data structures and all the functionality, and we've brought that through to our latest products and technologies. But to make sure that we're really delivering the benefits and we're not just delivering a new version of the old problem, if you like, we've developed a set of technology guide rails for our teams that make sure that the fundamental technologies that we've adopted and the technology principles that we've adopted in developing the new product really enable our telco customers to move forward much more quickly than they've been able to in the past. And the guide rail rules include things like API first. Everything we do is exposed on an API, so that anybody can add value externally. We've separated the front end and the back end so that both can evolve separately. Everything we do is fully cloud agnostic, not just public cloud, but we also support any private cloud that our customers might want to run on. Everything we do is open source to drive down the cost. Everything we do is TM Forum compliant in terms of APIs and the new architectures that TM Forum is asking the supplier industry to adopt. And all our products are true products. They're not custom code for customers anymore. They're built with product roadmaps, deliver as SaaS. Customer benefits from all of the product investment that we make every year to move our products and features forward without having to have custom code built. And of course, everything is automated. So there's sort of just a sample of the technology guide rails rules that we've been running the business to make sure that we don't just recreate the old problems, but we really really create a whole new technology paradigm for our telco customers to benefit from. And I guess we started this some time ago, so now our cloud monetization platform, BSS solutions to support digital telcos, have been delivered now for quite a few years and really are delivering them the benefits of cloud native architecture. We're not talking about it, we're actually delivering it now.
Brilliant. Now shifting the focus to eSIM technology, what recent trends do you see in eSIM adoption?
So I guess historically what we've seen is most eSIM profiles have been delivered into IoT devices, and I guess that's really where the volume of eSIMs have been deployed in the market to date. A few years ago, we had a big project with one of our tier one customers who always aims to be a leader in the market to develop a significant amount of eSIM functionality around wearables, and that's been live for some time now and is supported with very, very large quantities of devices such as the Apple Watch and various other products like that. So we've got quite a lot of experience in this area historically because our customers have been leading the market. And I guess looking forward, we've taken all of that knowledge and we've built it into an eSIM lifecycle orchestration platform, because really what we've learned is that the whole life cycle of an eSIM is quite complicated. You might be tempted to think that it's just the initial download and once that's done, there's nothing much to worry about. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg. By the time you need to manage retries, in-life device swaps, reporting, API links into other BSS systems, the whole life cycle is actually very, very complicated. So we've built out a whole orchestration platform, which we're now promoting into the market. And I guess with the first implementation for that, which I think you might think of as the killer app at the moment, which is starting to pick up momentum, is all around eSIM travel, so that you land in a new country in the airport on your holiday, and you want to make cheap phone calls. The roaming services can typically be quite expensive, and there's already a big market for travel SIMs, but for that you have to go and buy a physical SIM, and you take the SIM out of your phone and plug in a new one. Whereas there's huge growth now in the eSIM travel market. So instead of having to buy a physical SIM when you get to the airport, you download an eSIM, and we've built out a complete solution around this for our customers to use. So if you're an MVNO customer and you want to add on the entire solutions, this is unusual for MDS in that it's not just the technology stack, but it's actually the end-to-end service. We've partnered with a global network to be able to provide this out of the box, so that a smaller MVNO, for example, that wants to offer roaming services, eSIM travel services to its customers, can get an entire solution, turnkey solution out of the box, up and running from us in literally a couple of weeks, to include all of the global international roaming. And the other applications we're seeing, of course, is for switching customers. If you're moving from one supplier to another supplier in the Far East, we've helped an MVNO set up an eSIM orchestration platform to enable this for customer onboarding. It makes a big difference to smaller MVNOs when they're starting up or growing, in terms of onboarding customers with zero touch and without having to manage the whole logistics and channel problems of physical SIMs. So we've got some real live examples that we're already delivering around eSIMs. And I guess the other thing that's happening in the market was iPhone 15 recent launch was rumoured to be eSIM only in Europe. Now that meant that a lot of our EU customers pushed very hard to get ready for eSIMs and iPhone 15. That didn't actually materialise, I guess everybody knows, but it has given a lot of boost to the market to sort of take this opportunity and install the infrastructure ready for when there's real consumer and business end user pickup. So I guess I view in terms of the market going forward, it's very attractive to customers to have multiple operators and tariffs on a single device. And from a telco point of view, it's really important that you're ready to be competing in that market. Apple will undoubtedly drive consumer and B2B market behavior. eSIM only products are now available in the US. At some point in time, I'm sure there'll be eSIM only iPhone in Europe. Now, at the moment, the customer experience isn't ideal. You've got to mess about scanning a QR code, but the GSMA has recently put together new specifications to make the onboarding process much easier. And our platform, we're building around these new specifications too, to be really focused on having the best possible customer experience when offering customers the opportunity to move over to eSIMs as well.
Great, that's very insightful. As we mentioned earlier, we heard that MDS Global launched its customer experience platform at the event. Can you elaborate on this latest addition to your agile digital telco ecosystem?
Yes, sure. That's a great question. We've historically our roots of the business have been very much around very complicated, very large scale B2B corporate public sector billing for accounts that might have literally hundreds of thousands of subscribers on a single account. Now, to support those customers, we've historically had a very strong track record of providing portals and apps to support customer bases ranging from very small customers, startups with thousands, literally only thousands of customers, through to large tier ones with many millions of subscribers. So we've got a very strong track record in providing portals to expose some of the complexity and reporting requirements around B2B, corporate and public sector. And a couple of years ago, we decided to integrate all of these components into a complete customer experience ecosystem. And on top of all of this, we've added an integration platform. Now, the integration platform is really important because it first of all, it links all of our different products and processes together, both some of our historic products, but also the new products. But from a customer perspective, from a telco perspective, the platform enables iterative digital transformation, and it takes out the big bang transformation risk by each system that the customer experience platform might be integrating with, for example, the provisioning system or the billing system or the debt collection system or the payment collection system. Each of those interfaces, first of all, they can be any legacy interface, so literally an email report, through to the latest REST APIs. We can link into any type of legacy system and modern system, and each system can be swapped out one at a time. And from a customer point of view, the user interface, user experience never changes when you swap out one system and replace it with a new system. So all of our customers have been asking for an iterative approach for digital transformation to try and take out the big bang risk. It's sort of fairly well publicized that a lot of the large digital transformations have failed or have been years late due to the sheer complexity. So the opportunity to be able to swap out one system at a time, for example, in many situations we're interfacing to 20 to 30 different systems within the telco stack. To be able to swap out one system at a time is really attractive in terms of delivering value sooner rather than later and continuity of user experience. But on top of the platform, we've got a set of modern user interfaces built on the latest technology. But really one of the most exciting parts is we've built a new application based on progressive web application, PWA technology, which is a Google technology, which enables the application to be downloaded directly from a link on the sign-up page or from within your account. So the normal customer onboarding process, you go through the telco onboarding sign-up page, and it then says, please go to the App Store. So the dropout is pretty horrible from a customer experience point of view to go from one place to another. Whereas the PWA technology enables you to click on a link in the download page, in the joining page, which gives a completely seamless joining customer experience. I mean, it really is a transformation. And the technology also gives a seamless user interface across mobile, PC and tablet, even to the point where you can switch from one device to another device halfway through a particular process that you're carrying out. So it's real revolution in the the technologies that we're delivering and in terms of the quality of the customer experience that we're delivering. We really think we're ahead of the market here. And historically, we've always been really strong in complex B2B, corporate and public accessibility. So all of our portals and interfaces and apps are accessibility compliant, which, as anybody knows, is critical for public sector bids and some of the bigger opportunities in the market. All of the hierarchies required for large organizations, all the requests and authorizations, invoice analysis, it's all our bread and butter. All of this is exposed through the user interfaces. And the end user app can now give a B2B customer a consumer level experience, which again is a big transformation in the market. So for example, if I'm a big business customer, I travel abroad, I can request roaming when I arrive through the app. The request and authorization process goes out through the portal and through the app that's being used by the administrator for a large organization. So it really exposes a huge level of functionality in a really accessible way for customers, which helps our customers, the MVNOs and the telcos, to be more competitive in the marketplace and get there. Everyone wants to have a really high quality digital customer experience, sometimes termed Amazon level digital customer experience, but applied to telcos. So all of these items come together in our product set to support our vision for our customers to become true digital telcos as they move from being connectivity providers to full digital service providers.
Okay, fantastic. That wraps up our session for today. Thank you, John, for joining us. To everyone tuning in, learn more about MDS Global's Agile Digital Telco ecosystem by visiting www.mdsglobal.com. Thank you and see you again.
That's great. Thanks very much, Ariana. Thank you.